hope y'all can hear me okay. Let me check the mic sound real quickly before I get started. These are going to be a little bit different nowadays, so bear with me. I'm just traveling to my future. I don't know. Like, we there, but we ain't fully there yet. The things that I have manifested is starting to come up. Like, I'm starting to see a lot of Teslas because I desire to have a Tesla. And yeah. So those who joining back or joining now on this live, welcome on in. For those who don't know me, I'm Aphrodite Venus. You have saw me in the ether, and I'm about. And this is part 2. And if you haven't watched part 1, I highly recommend watching part 1. I talk about spiritual warfare and what's going on in your household because I myself have experienced similar things, and it's still continuing going to spiritual warfare, even outside or even on YouTube with random people. So it's just an illusion at this point, and yeah, so don't worry about it, what's going on in your household, but you need to know what's going on. This is part 2 of you saw me in the ether, I can explain. Before I begin, um, many of you saw a figure, a being, before your awakening. He was known as the Hat Man. You couldn't recognize his face, but you can tell that he had a hat on. Or he would sometimes look like a high priest or Papa Rico. And I had worked with certain forces in ether throughout dreams to wake people up. You might saw me in your dream as Aphrodite or Venus or Ishtar or anything with a fertility goddess. So, or you might have saw me as Isis at one point, or maybe you might have saw me as Medusa at one point, or I'm a very ancient goddess. Like I've been here for a long time, so and I've been reincarnated like over and over. So some of y'all, welcome on in. Hi, how are you? And if you believe in this stuff, you believe in it. And if you're having like prophecy visions of me, it's really me on a mission, and like it's actually real. So some of y'all are having more vision than normal. That's a good thing. But do not fear me when I do come to you. It's all for a good purpose. And so yeah, this might sound weird to some who isn't fully on this dimension level yet. Or I'm a time travel agent, so I'm traveling from the past, present, future, and I also travel in dreams. So there's that. And yeah, the reason why I'm doing that is to awaken all the gods and goddesses who've been underneath like MK Ultra or been abandoned by their own mission, and I'm here to wake 20% of y'all. So some of y'all might be triggered. I'm not demonic, but if you could consider me demonic, then you just don't know what's good and evil. You just claiming things that are demonic. What's demonic about me if you're telling me I'm demonic? Because I have the gift of vision, I have the gift of prophecy. How is it really demonic if it's the gift from God Himself to give me the gift to see prophet visions. And seeing prophet vision isn't demonic. It's also a warning for what's to come in America. If you think what's to come in America, then you have not seen anything yet. You're not even prepared to see. Yes, I have a Leo moon, but I am a Taurus. Um, but anyway, so this is part two of You Saw Me Read. So when I was in the ether, some of you might have saw me on a stone lying down, and I was in a dress. Um, it looked like I was like Snow White in a way, or appeared to look like I was dead or just sleeping. And you could see this man around me who has like a violin and just playing music around me to wake me up. I had this dream or this vision many years before my awakening, and this was my reincarnation ceremony in the ether. The stone was like it it was like a pearl looking color, purplish looking color, and I was just lying down on my back like flat with long hair and a dress on, and there's a forest behind me, and during those time, I was asleep for a very long time, and I could see things beyond within that in that dimension while I was there in that dimension. And when I was asleep, I saw two children that I had a past life with that I birthed, who could possibly be in this timeline now, but I can't get to them, or I'm supposed to rebirth them, but I don't have my right counterpartner just yet, and I don't know where he truly is in this timeline. So I've been trying to look for him. The more I keep searching, it's kind of like impossible. But let's see. During this time, I was in the forest after the the guy with the he has a hat on and he's just playing violin music. Every time I go back into this memory or into this vision, I can hear the violin play out so easily. He plays like a couple of notes to bring back certain information within my mind. And for a long time, I forgot about certain stuff because I was in between worlds while I was sleeping in that dimension and still operating in this lower frequency. Earth is just like a hologram of like all the things that we are that it exists outside of Earth, outside of other dimension. It's really just a big old television. If you haven't seen the Truman Show, it's kind of like that for gods, and then there's other gods outside of us, and then there's gods that matches our frequency or who are a reflection of us, just watching us from their realm into this realm, and you can see everything that we do. How do they see everything that we do? Black mirrors. Black mirrors are like, or just regular mirrors. Mirrors are like gateways to other realms, and you can see other things and other beings. And also, you can see their reality and their world. It's how you tap in, really. And how you tap in, you have to use the power of imagination, the power of vision, the gift of vision. If you can't visualize, start thinking in the form of thought first. Ask Spirit, what does it look like? Ask Spirit to give me a full-on detailed prescription of what it looks like. And then Spirit is going to break down. And then into context, into words. And then it's going to start to form into a vision or dream. Start meditating, because that's what I did when I first started awakening. I meditated like At first, it was so hard for me to meditate. I would meditate like 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then now I can meditate for like throughout my sleep, and I'm able to like tap into that world. But those are just training tools, like having meditation crystals around you. I don't even need them no more. I can easily just tap back home or tap back into wherever I left off, like a book. And it's gonna take you some time. It's gonna take you about a year or maybe 10 months, maybe whatever. If you're a fast learner, then it might take you no time to just tap in. It's all about how you subconsciously program your conscious. So yeah. So when I was in this particular memory, so there was two children that will always constantly haunt me. They're haunting me now. I can always see them, but they don't bother me as much. I help them in whatever reality they are in. Like if they have a problem, they talk to me telepathically. Be like, "Hey mom, I got a problem in my reality. Can you fix this for me?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure, son. Okay, sure, daughter. I'll help you." I had two um, twin children, and how they died in their past life while I was there, they never died. I just transmuted or transcended to a different dimension, and I was the one who got killed in my past life. It was during war, and I ended up on the stone. So I ended up on my reincarnation ceremony. I don't really know how to put like these terminology, but if you think learning about your past life is demonic, it'll be good to know your past life before you even leave this realm, because it's nothing that I say will be demonic. It's really all out of light. So I don't know why you would consider these things demonic. Is you just don't understand. Just say you don't understand, and I could possibly put it in an understanding that in your whatever frequency you are in, I can operate on all frequency because I am a multiple dimensional being slash spirit. So yes, I know he loves me. I do love him too. So please don't think I don't love that type of stuff. But yeah, sure. But yeah. But the thing is, when you are remembering your past life, there's something you are supposed to do within this mission of reincarnation. Past life has hits different when you tap into reality. You're entirely it, if that makes sense. Can you explain it a little bit more? What do you mean? How does it affect your reality? Because everybody sees it a different way than you do. So explain it to those who don't get what that means. I get it. I give it to me because it can it can shape up your reality once you know your past life, and you wondering why you're going through spiritual warfare or like anything like that, because you're going at war against the demons or against the spirit that you have created within your subconscious from your past life. And everybody is just waking up to realize that you're woke. So explain to other people in the chat as well, because not everybody gets these type of concepts. But because they think everything that you say will be demonic. So explain it in light format, or put a dummy type version to it so they can understand. But so in that realm, my two children will always come to me. They would circle around me to wait for me to wake up, and I can hear the violin and play violin music. Each note had like a different frequency to it, and I was able to grab memories from those frequencies. and each note that he would play it very slowly, and it would feel like a very long time for me to gain back those memories. I remember him always whispering in my ear, saying, "Wake up! I need you to wake up, guys, and I need you to come back and to fix me." And I remember always talking to him telepathically to fix what, and he would show me a world of where I would be at, a world like that's where I started to get those. That's where if you was here before, like if you just got here, make sure you go watch my other lives where I talk about the city of Utopia. He would tell me about the city of Utopia. He would tell me the apocalypse version of America was to come, and my past life daughter is in one of those apocalypse right now in a parallel universe. But I'm trying to save her, but it's like I can't because in this particular apocalypse, they have robot cops that are trying to stop you from entering your godlike body or for you to not remember your past life. And these robot cops are, that's why there's a lot of movies coming out too that are similar to these events that I had already, or like that I already seen. And it's funny how the elite is using our past life memory to make a profit off of it, but yet we're stuck in a loop, stuck in the matrix like slaves. So that's why I came up here to explain about the boy who is connected to a machine into the matrix. That little boy is actually my son from the past life, but he's also reincarnated here and have multiple avatars that he needs to activate. Like we're all like we're more than one gods and goddesses because we lived out through time and space, and we've been almost like every god and goddesses you can imagine. Some of y'all right now in this dimension are reincarnations of what you call Jesus, the Christ-like consciousness, or it's funny, but like once you unlock his memory, because I have went through his memory of his past life as when he was actually here on Earth as a shaman, and some of the things that the government is hiding from us from the Bible, it's pretty wild. They don't really fully explain how he got his gift, and I saw how he got his gift, and he wasn't just like born with it. Somebody made him into that, and so with all the archangels and like all the other stuff. And I seen how they was made. And I remember being in the center of the galaxy with all the other archangels and angels and whatnot. And I remember exploring each and every one of them, their past life. They're here on Earth as we speak, as are literally they look just like you and me, but they're not you and me. Some of y'all might be archangels and gods and goddesses and don't even know it yet. So it's very important to unlock certain memories. But when you unlock certain memories, you're gonna be kind of confused. You're gonna be kind of upset. You're gonna be crying all the time. You're gonna be wondering why the hell you're here. How did you get here? Type of situation. Because when I first rose up, literally rose. That's why they always talk about it in the Bible, rising up from the dead. I couldn't handle what I was seeing. I couldn't process the things that I was seeing. And I realized the two children that was around me all the time, they was showing me like things in the past life. Like I was I was with I was in Atlantis. That's why I'm in Atlanta. Atlanta is just a reincarnation for the gods of Atlantis, and it's like a mixture of Draconian and Nephilims and Atlanta, and I can pinpoint their energy. And I'm always surrounded by a lot of draconians. Me, I'm a I'm a Nephilim and a draconian at the same time. Meaning I was born a Nephilim, but I was raised by a draconian. So energy don't die. Past life or energy. One is destiny. Experiencing life continuously, infinitely. That being said, one selfishness and one doesn't die. One is taught they can die. False reality. Yes, that's very true. It is false reality. It's just like when you go to sleep, you're still dreaming, or you're just in that world more completely. Um, yeah, I remember when I first awakened, somebody who didn't know any better told me, "Oh, I can kill your energy." I'm like, "Can you really?" Because I'm still here. And then, yeah, that's very true. I like that statement. So, a lot of us are, yeah, some of us, like I said, I'm a Nephilim, but also, I also have draconian teaching. So, that's why a lot of people will say I'm demonic or like this and that third. I'm like, okay, you can say all that all you want, but I don't never use my power on the earth as demonic. If anything, I'm actually protecting you from the things that you don't even recognize within you. Like when you go to sleep, I'm always constantly fighting your demons. I'm always constantly fighting entities, deities outside of you that you do not understand. If you see a lady with long hair, sometimes her hair or bald, still me. Um, I have two swords. I have a bow and arrow, and I dress like a goddess sometimes, or I come to you masculine sometimes. That is me fighting your goddamn demons, things that you cannot take on in reality or in the ether shit. Like, don't sit there and call somebody who's protecting you demonic. I'm just saying. Let me see. Pretty cool. They're actually immortal. Yes, yes, everybody is immortal. Like, whether you realize it or not, you are immortal. You are forever lasting living being. Don't think that you're not. So, like when you tap in, it's you can do so much. Like when you tap in, you can bring all the things that you have. Thank you so much for the new subscribing. I just now saw that. You just have to recognize like the people around you, the type of spirits around you, because everybody don't have good intentions when it comes to like dark consciousness. Like I remember when I was working at Google's, um, during an event that would come up all the time, people will always try to leave me offers, and they're still trying to leave me offers. Like I would randomly see like a daisy, like a flower daisy, or they would leave cookies for me, or they would ask if I want something, or if I need anything. And then I start to like put two and two together. Be like, you must want something. And then I talk to the spirit telepathically, be like, what does the spirit want from me? And then they show me in a vision, and I'm like, okay, this is what they want. So when I'm in your presence, I can actually make things happen. It just, as for myself, it takes a lot longer for some reason, and I don't know why. Because I need another godly consciousness, a male figure who is more tapped in and who's willing to protect me, not use my past against me, or not use the things that I've done against me. Somebody who actually truly loves me for me, to actually like bring the things that I vision out. Because I'm not the only one who has the vision of myself. You might also have part of my vision. That means me and you have a contract to build. We set a contract like a long time ago, but some of our contracts not all of us operate on the same contract level. Is very different than most, and I'm like a satellite, so I'm calling everybody in as much as possible to save me and also themselves and the things, and also people and just innocent spirits who don't necessarily know what's going on, because they're trying to turn America into a concentration camp to get rid of like chosen ones like you and me. And I don't want to put fear into nobody. That they when they come here and say stuff like that, they should not put fear into nobody. They should just warn somebody what to do. And we're trying to create a civilization for all of us to be safe and to use our valid consequence. We don't need like our family members or people around us to manipulate us, gaslight us, or just mistreat us and misuse us for their own personal gain. My brother recently told me going through another shedding of who I was, thought I am. He told me even more. It took me to see him instead of visualizing him the way I'm. Yeah, it's hard to do that when they put so much trauma, or like if both of y'all both experience so much trauma, it's hard to use for somebody for who they are as a spirit or who they are as a god or goddess. And it's going to take time, especially when you're just waking up to realizing who you are. And right off the bat, I can already see your past life. So if you want to have a conversation, a one-on-one conversation, please hit me up. Like I got a phone number. Everything is underneath the description. So is my cash app if you want to send a little appreciation or a donation. I much appreciate you for that. Because right now it's hard times and I'm only making little by little, and I just started with this job, and yeah. So if you want my phone number, is down below. I'm trying to get it because I don't really remember it by heart. Because like right out the back, I already see something within your past life. 4705. I mean, sorry. Let me say that again. 470-938-1505. Again, 470-938-1505. I'm also on WhatsApp if you want to hit me up on that as well. Um, yeah, we can have like a one-on-one conversation. Make sure you hit that like button, and I much appreciate you for that. But but yeah, like right now what's happening with America is it's a reset. It's like, oh, it's people talking. I was like, who's talking? Um, it's like a reset of Babylonian, like past, like it's just it keeps restarting itself, resetting itself. So they're trying to do all that they can to get rid of what we know about ourselves, so they can continue using us like a battery pack for whatever they're trying to like light up in a planet or something, or a beam, and they're just taking up all our energy for. Okay, let me just put it this way. It really is like Sky Daddy. That's what I call him. I'm sorry if I'm defending some people, but I'm not against him or anything. I'm very open minded to all religions. It's just it's him, Lucifer, and a bunch of other beings trying to like take up all of our memories and energy so we don't come back to who and what we are. But the thing is, like some of y'all might seen the Sandman, and then it's funny how they now have a show called The Sandman on Netflix. That's how I was traveling into the ether towards y'all. If you have not seen Sandman on Netflix, I highly recommend. And it's also like The Matrix right now, because especially with Morpheus talking to me, he's actually trying to help me gain back some of the information that I lost over centuries. I've been, if you really want to truly know how old I really am, in this dimension, I'm 29, but I'm a lot older than what I'm seeing. They just made me look younger than my age, because a lot of gods look younger than they age. And you'll have people coming up to you saying, "I look young. You look younger than your age." But yeah, yeah, Sandman goes in like it's. I hope they come out with another season. But I think that was the last finale, last last season that they created. But it's crazy. So yeah, that's how we all was like operating in the ether. So and I'm like the girl off of Sandman that releases the bell to connect the dreams with dreams. I'm like her, and I'm also I have so many gifts, so many powers that I can really do. It's so hard to explain. Like once you start watching more and more, I'll start explaining little by little. It's just like I'm not gonna sit here like longer than what I need to, cause like I got shit to do. I'm on a mission, but if I could, I would. But yeah, so like the things that you're seeing is just like a reset. And we've been through this before. Like it's a reset on the Bible as well. We're going through. I think right now we're in the book. Uh, I'm gonna say Jacob or I can't say Leviathan. I think right now that's the chapter we are in that we are seeing right now, and there's a lot of spirits within in that are rising up from that chapter, and I'm like, what is going on? So you really need to use your imagination because your imagination is your power, and the dream world and the astral world is very real. Like you can astral project, and as your eyes are open, just you don't have to have it closed. It's very simple, and I can like once I if you want one-on-one training, I can help you do one-on-one training. All I ask is for a little donation. So, but everything is free, like especially with knowledge. I wouldn't hide anything from you or sugarcoat anything. So, yeah. Wait, I need to finish watching it. Yeah, you need to finish it because like the ending, the ending is pretty cool. But yeah. So like what's happening is just all form of trying to get you not to remember who you are, and they want to take what you learned throughout the years because like I said, I'm reincarnated, but I've been on this planet for a very long time, and I'm like I'm tired of hiding, or I'm tired of dimming myself around certain people who are in a certain frequency, and I'm like I have to act like this, or I have to be like this, and I'm like no, I'm just gonna be myself. Thank you. So yeah, it so yeah, if you want to be trained learning about your past life, I can help you, and I can help you like pick apart what's a vision, what's a dream, and what's a prophecy. And I'm very in tune with knowing the difference now. Before, I didn't have the terminology that I have today. I had to travel to get those information and to bring back here. Because, like, when I first traveled, there are certain things in the astral world that you cannot go to, and there is a reason why. Because each dimension had, like a protector. Um, how can I? Well, the best way I can describe them is when I first encountered them, they had like a pig-like head, and they had a body of men, and they was dressed like in a cop uniform, and I don't know why. And when I stumbled upon the tree of life, like the Odin tree, they was there, and then they had our ancestors hung up on the tree of life, and I had to get them down little by little, and like their flesh was like falling off their body, and then I also saw me on the tree, but I was there at the same time, and Odin came around the tree and said, This is the tree of life," and he put me inside of the tree. If you haven't seen American Gods, where Shadow was inside of the tree, I dreamt this before they even like created the show. And I'm like, I see why they keep following me, because they're using my timeline, my frequency to profit off of me, but they want to keep me stuck in the matrix. Like, that is so funny. But when I was in the tree of life, I was there for longer than 9 days. It was more like 90 days. And I had to starve. I couldn't even eat in this reality. I was I was like fasting for like a whole month. That's why I'm so skinny. So I was fasting for like a whole month during that time. And Odin, and inside of the tree, the sun was shining inside of it, and I can see worlds within worlds. And when Odin was there and I was there, the branches would grab my arm and grab my legs, and I was there for like longer than what I'm saying. But let's just say it was 90 days, because I was dreaming it 90 days, but I was dreaming it longer than that. So what I saw, um, I went I went inside my ancestors' consciousness, and I was able to view their world, view what they have experienced. Like, I visit the 1990s, I visit the 1800s, I visit the caveman style. I actually lived during that time and actually got stuck at one point. And then it was so hard for me to bring myself back, because I was traveling through a door instead of a light, and I should have just traveled through a light instead of a door. And it was so hard for me to access my door, because people in my reality was causing me a lot of trauma. So they was keeping me away from my ability to travel and to know what I know, because they couldn't understand why I know the things that I know. And people was just calling me like, "Oh, I'm a devil worshiper," or this and that, the third. I'm like, no, I have a devil-like consciousness, yes, but I would not harm anybody with it. I'm actually protecting those who can't protect themselves from demonic forces. So of course I'm gonna consider it to be demonic. But when I was in the tree and I was experiencing my uh, ancestors' consciousness, they gave me gifts, multiple gifts, but some of these gifts I cannot access because I have to do some type of ritual, which I don't want to do. But it's not bad. It's just a simple task. If you've seen the movie Imaginary, it's kind of like that, but I'm not about to do that. Like, I don't have time for that. I'm like, I sit there and yell at them, and I'm like, give me my fucking gifts, or the mission is not gonna be complete, because I'm not only am I doing this for them and my bloodline, I'm also doing it for them, so that they can be reincarnated back to this timeline to finish whatever they left off in their dimension, because they're also stuck in a loop. Because when I'm visiting them, or when they're around my reality, they cannot move, they cannot walk, they're frozen, they're stuck in time. The only thing that they can do is observe and kind of like interact. But when I interact within their world, stuff happens within my reality. And I realize that now. I didn't realize that before. But it's only till after I do stuff, then I realize. And then I still continue on. Like, I don't care. So, but yeah, it's like they don't like when you interact with their world. it messes up their frequency because one, you're not fully, I guess, gone, like out of your body, and they're mad because I was able to get outside of my body. And this was before my awakening. This was before my near death experience. When I had my near death experience, that's when the gates was open. And I kept hearing, like, people around me kept saying, close the gate. And I was like, close what gate? And then I forgot I had the gate open. I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay. So I went back and closed the gate, but I left it open. I went back again and opened it because I'm like, I'm trying to let this entity come out. It's a he, or well, they don't know yet, but they don't know they're supposed to come out of this gate, and I've been waiting for them to rise up, and I'm trying to resurrect. Yes, I can resurrect consciousness. That's part of my gift. Um, I guess you can say Jesus gave me that gift. He gave me part of his gift to resurrect the consciousness of the dead. But I can't fully resurrect the dead body. I can only resurrect their consciousness, not their body. But but yeah, I'm waiting on this being to rise up because I'm doing exactly how I was rose up with the violin, but it's like they have too much going on in their reality, and I'm like, are you gonna wake up anytime soon? Because like we're getting closer and closer to like the event that is happening. I'm only 5 years late in my future or in this event, and I'm like, the reason why is like I kind of let go of the world after after I experienced some stupid shit in my reality. So it's like I'm consciously coming back, but I'm not fully here just quite yet because I'm being very cautious of how I expose myself or how little I say because people like to use it against you and be like, oh, you have mental illness, this and that, the third. No, no, I am a shaman in the flesh. I am an actual god or goddess in the flesh. And then I'm like, I look at people, I'm like, and then some people recognize, some people don't. And then they stare at me for a very long time and be like, oh, I know you. And then I'm like, okay, hi. But when I'm in society, I don't look like this. I look very different. I'm gonna post pictures of what I be looking like in society. It's just online. I'm more comfortable for some reason. It's so weird because I'm hiding behind a technology. And I guess I don't know, but it's weird. Hide scared truth. Welcome on in. It's been a long time, bro. Where you been at? I was waiting for you guys to come on because I made you a monitor and you guys have not been on it. But oh, welcome. It's nice seeing you again. But yeah, because like the event is coming up very closely. Like the energy, the energy is weird. Why are you in hermit mode, bro? Get out of it. I feel you. It gotta be like that sometimes. Regain your energy. But because I've been watching your YouTube, so it's you be saying some like truthful stuff. Keep going, for real. Like you real good. Oh, you know the event too? Okay, thank God. Oh my God, I'm glad I'm not the only one who knows the event because I'm like, how can I explain the event if other people don't see it? Appreciate love you though. Appreciate love you. Yeah, but but yeah, like this event is gonna be heavy, man. It's gonna be like straight up heavy. But yeah, but I'm gonna come back up a little bit later. It's like 8:12 in my time, and I'm trying to break these sections little by little. So what I've been on, nothing. I've been completely like sober. I'm like I don't have no weed. I don't even drink no more. So I'm like, and I don't need it because I'm strong without it. So yeah, I just been on my godly consciousness. That is all. I'm just tired, exhausted as hell. Yes, clear-headed, more clear-headed than usual. I support you. I completely agree with you. I've had similar experience. So proud of you, girl. Thank you, thank you. It took me a long time just to get comfortable to try to tell y'all that because they was trying to put me in fear, trying to keep me from telling the truth or like anything, and I'm like, bruh. And they're still trying, and I can feel them around me all the time. It's just like negativity in my head all the time, and it's just like weird. What's up with the event, solar event, bruh? That's gonna be on part two because it's so much shit to say within that, and it's scary. It's not scary. It's just something to be cautious about. Yes, there's a lot of spiritual attacks going on with me, and I'm still in the midst of it because they know I'm trying to get out of the matrix. Like I'm getting close, but it's like somebody let me out or let me in. Which one? If you want me to be in, best believe I'm gonna turn this shit around. I'm gonna turn it like completely 180. So literally 180. So 8 plus 1 gives you the frequency of 9. That gives you the frequency of completion. And I'm born on the 9th of May. Yes, let me out. Like I need to be out. I'm like how I can't depend on nobody no more. Like I'm too smart for this matrix. Like it's like playing chess, and it's like okay, if I go to another country and I have to enter their matrix, I best believe I know how to pass their matrix, and just by observing, and I'm like okay, you want to do this to me? Okay, well I'm gonna do this to you. Yes, that's the event that's coming up too as well. But I'm gonna explain all of that in part two, and when I can. It's just, I have work a little later, and I'm back in the matrix, bro, and I don't know how to operate back into it. I'm just noticing little shit, and I'm like, what the hell? Self and nature was always the best teacher. Yes, sir. Yes, always. Always. But I have like a really like massive headache. I have not been eating properly. I can barely afford food. Like I have to wait for my food stamps, but I know that's getting ready to cut off because they're gonna be like, oh, you gotta check. I'm like, okay, I guess I can't. Um, it's hard because I want more money. Manifest more money. Be like, get you a check, like not a check, but get you like a printout check or something. Write down the amount of money you want to manifest, and put it underneath your pillow or put it in a message in a bottle type of thing, and visualize like inside of it. Visualize how you're gonna get that amount of money because this year I want to make at least 500,000, and I'm like I don't even know how I'm gonna get that money, but I'm gonna let I'm gonna let the energy around me get that money for me so I can easily get it. So just start visualizing how you're gonna get that money. Don't sit there and like slave yourself. Use your imagination. Use that godly consciousness. I'm working on it. Thanks. I'm not trying to keep asking them. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna come though. You just have to visualize. That's what it is. You acting and visualizing is two different things. When you visualize and act at the same time, the profit will come more into tune. Sorry, y'all. That's the fan thinking. I'm outside. If you haven't noticed, but yeah. But I'm getting ready to get off in a minute, so I can just enjoy the rest of my morning. But if you would like to send some donation, my cash app is underneath the video. My cash app is the follower lavender. I much appreciate love you if you send me a little blessing because it is hard for me to eat, and I don't eat at all because I can't afford it. Like I had $10 now. I'm only left with like $4, so I have to wait till I get paid, and that's like every 2 weeks. But I'm only working on the weekends, and I gotta request more days just to make an arm and a leg and food on the table. And my food stamps is getting ready to be cut off, so there's that. So I'm like, okay. Um, have a wonderful day. Much love, breakthrough. By the way. Yes, sir. Appreciate love you as well. Have a good day on purpose, or have a good day with purpose. And I'm learning that from somebody. I'm learning that from a friend. She says that all the time, and it started to stick with me now. Now I say it to everybody. I'm like, I hear it all the time in my consciousness. But yeah, I appreciate love y'all always, and I will see you on tonight or the next morning, whatever dimension you're in. And yeah, I'll come back to say part 3 of the ether thing, which is so man. And I'm tired as fuck. So yeah, appreciate love y'all. Love and light. It's always hard to bring it through. Yes, it is. Trust me, it oh my god. Like I'm like, sorry, I'm stuttering. And I'm like, am I at the breakthrough yet? And I'm like, no, not at all. But yeah. Alright, I'll catch y'all later. Love and light.